Entertainment flows through every decree. Celebrating Africa, come join the spree. Tune in and vibe, feel the beats. Friday Hangout, where the stories unfold. We'll dive deep, let the truth be told. From laughter to lessons, we learn and we play. Ginger Media, we light up your Friday. Join in and vibe, let's make a fuss. On Ginger Media, it's just us. Join the hangout, let's make a fuss. On Ginger Media, it's just us. It's just us.
Good evening, everyone.
Join the hangout.
Mazos, okay. Welcome to you to these
Ginger Media, it's just us.
Saturday Hangout, late midnight Saturday Hangout.
Join the
I
hangout.
hope you all can hear me loud and clear.
On Ginger Media, it's just us.
Sadly, yesterday I could not bring to you the Friday Hangout, but today we now have Saturday Hangout. I think we'll be having a giveaway today, people. Actually, we'll be having a giveaway. We will be giving away. We'll be giving away this cap. So let's share. Someone is gonna win this today. This Ginger Media branded cap. If we so wish, we'll put, I think, a couple of Ginger Media mesh will be given out today. So what we will be doing today, people, we will be looking at in this Saturday Hangout, we'll be looking at the new states, 31 new states requested to be created in the National Assembly. Then we'll be looking at the Anambra security outfit, the job so far done by them, the demolitions, the arrests, and the killing of individuals we believe were innocent, 3 of them. And these individuals, incidentally, were from the community of the governor of Anambra State, that is in the person of Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo. Then we move away from there and we will quickly dive into the social menace that pillage Nigeria. That is, when petrol tankers or diesel tankers, when they fall, instead of Nigerians to run away, people will go scooping fuel. And whenever there is any atom of fire being ignited there, people will be roasted like chickens. It's quite sad, really quite sad, because we saw what happened in Niger State. We saw what happened in Ugonyama, and we saw again a petrol tanker in Enugu, and the most recent 2 days ago in Onitsha, where people keep scooping fuel. It has happened in Lagos, it has happened in Ibadan, you know, it's happened in Niger State, it's happened so many states in Nigeria. You now begin to ask yourself, how many times would these things happen to Nigerians before they learn? How many times would these things happen to Nigerians before they learn? So let us discuss that. Then, finally, you know, the celebrity native doctor in Anambra State, in Oba, to be precise, Akwoku Kotiwarake, a video has emerged The young man suddenly denies that he no longer engages in the okite business. That is, in okite is juju that they will make for you to go and get money in bulk. That has been his run. But the deputy governor of Anambra State engaged him. I think he's under detention by the security operatives. He has gone out to say no, he no longer engages in okite. And some of us have gone ahead to dig out videos as recent as just 3-4 days ago, while he was bragging that everybody has run away. The ones that should go and do marine water things should go and do that. He is the only last man standing, the only man still doing okite. People, join me as we get into this conversation.
Friday, join in and vibe, let's make a fuss. On Ginger Media, it's just us. Join the hangout, let's make a fuss. On Ginger Media, it's just us. It's just us. Join the hangout, let's make a fuss. On Ginger Media, it's just
So
us.
we will quickly, people. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. I hope we all. Let me see how my feedback is. The noise. See what if you can hear me better. Guys, can you hear me better? Let me try this again. Okay. I believe you can hear me better now. Yes, people. I think let's get the audio. Let's get the audio quickly sorted out. So let's crack on, people. So, like I said before, we have seen that in the National Assembly, the people sometimes will make your head go gaga. We saw the National Assembly a couple of days. They came out to say that there has been requests, and these requests borders on the new state's creation. And it appears that this request is for the creation of 31 new states. Just have a listen, just quickly.
From the House Committee on the Review of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. Measures on creation of states and local government before the House of Representatives Committee on Review of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. This is to inform members of the House of Representatives Committee on the Review of the Constitution that the House of Representatives Committee on the Review of the Constitution of Nigeria 1999 as altered has received legislative proposals for the creation of states and local government areas.
Now, in this, as this goes on now, you will hear him begin to rail out the names of these states in question. And these states will be 31, and I begin to ask myself, I think what led to all this nonsense is because the Southeast had requested for one extra state to put it at par to most of the regions within Nigeria. Then rather than give one extra state, every other person is beginning to make more requests. You can imagine states now, as it is today, they are not viable. If I share with us, while I let him go ahead with that, but I can share with us statistics from StatiSense that clearly indicates that most of the states in Nigeria are not viable. If you go by the IGR generation, virtually no, aside, within the southern state, aside the oil, the big oil producing states, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Delta, no other state, not even my state of Anambra, Enugu, is viable to stand alone. But the same people are basically trying to go back and regurgitate and create what Ike Ekweremadu in his thesis titled the feeding bottle federalism. So basically go back and want to say, okay, we are going to keep on depending on the fact that is the federal allocation, monthly allocation, in order to sustain the states. Honestly, I understand that this is an exercise that happened multiple times. It's happened, before, and that's gotten us nowhere. Because when it gets to the state assemblies and there's not going to be any agreement, this law dies. But I think at this point, if you ask me, they should not waste money in engaging on these, white elephant project. It means absolutely nothing. But have a listen, the states. While you're listening, look out for your state. A lot of you have come to the comment section and are questioning, why is it that there is no Anioma state in there? Why is it that, I think Anioma state is the one that so many people have commented. Why is it that there is no Anioma state?
In the following order: North Central, proposed states: Benue Ala State.
Benue Ala.
From the present Benue State. Okun State. From the present Kogi State. Okura State. From the present Kogi State. Confluence State. From the present Kogi State. Akpa State. From Benue South Senatorial District. Upper State, from the present Benue State. 37th state, to be named Federal Capital Territory, Abuja State.
Abuja State. Now, the first 4 or 5 states is basically in one state, Benue. And you think for yourself, is it that Benue is this divided that they just want so many states, or that someone is sitting down somewhere trying to balkanize Benue State? It doesn't make sense to the average person listening to this. This doesn't make sense. And Abuja now, the proposition is that Abuja is no longer the federal capital city, but now should be Abuja State. It should be Abuja State. I mean, come on, guys.
From the present Kogi State, Confluence State.
Confluence
From
State.
the present Kogi State, Akpa State. From Benue South Senatorial District, Upper State. From the present Benue State, 37th state, to be named Federal Capital Territory, Abuja State. Northeast, proposed states: Amana State, from the present Adamawa State. Katankun State, from the present Bauchi State. Savannah State, from the present Borno State. Muri State from the present Taraba State. From the northwest, New Kaduna State from the present Kaduna State. Gurara State from the present Kaduna State. Tiga State from the present Kano State. Kainji State from the present Kebbi State.
Did you know that you can create a fully functioning website in minutes using AI?
So now, if we look at the things is basically or rather the state that he's basically mentioned, do you recognize any state from what he has so far read out? Do you recognize any state?
Hari State from the present Kano State. Southwest. Southeast. Etiti State as the sixth state in the Southeast geopolitical zone. Adada State from the present Enugu State of Nigeria. Orashi State as the sixth state in the Southeast geopolitical zone. Olu State from the southeastern region of Nigeria. Aba State from the southeastern region of Nigeria. South-South. Proposed State. Ugoja State from the present Cross River State. Warri State from the present Delta State. Bori State from the present Rivers State. Obolo State from the present Rivers and Akwa Ibom State. From the southwest, proposed states. Toru Ebe State from the present Delta, Edo and Ondo State. Ibadan State from the present Oyo State. Lagoon State from the present Lagos State.
Lagoon State.
Ijebu State from the present Ogun State. Lagoon State from the present Lagos State and Ogun State. Ibadan State from the present Oyo State. Okogun and Ife Ijesha State from the present day Ogun, Oyo, and Osun State.
Guys, I do not know what you think, but honestly, listening to that, if I look at Enugu, for instance, if I look at Southeast, for instance, Southeast is about 28 or 29,000 kilometers square, and that is the size of Kogi State alone, Kogi, and we are talking about balkanizing it more. I understand the emotion that some of us would bring to the table. That we need to be, create more states to give more leg to more electoral words and whatnot. But let's get real. If we talk about finances, how do we actually do this? Some of the states are not across the nation are not viable. Let me quickly share with us this data, because again, why I love data so much is that data has no emotions. Data, if you understand data, if you can do one or two things with it, you understand that it has no emotions. It doesn't necessarily care about how you feel, but it's in there black and white if we so ever wish to do things proper. Now, in my on my screen here, you will see the list of states and how much they contributed to, for instance, this is benchmarked based on VAT, value added tax. In the year 2024, that is last year, these are amounts the states contributed. Lagos led by contributing 2.75 trillion, and Lagos had to do that because obviously most of the most of the banks have their headquarters in Lagos. We have a couple of wharfs in Lagos, the Tinkan, the Apapa, the new, what's it called, Lake or whatever, or the Lake Deep Sea or whatever. So you know that you have a couple of wharfs there, wharfs there, where cargoes land, and Lagos has the busiest airport, so and most of the busiest market too. So there is a lot of activities happening that makes generation of VAT very easy in Lagos, right? Now, and bear in mind that Lagos was once the federal capital of Nigeria and now the economic capital of Nigeria. So Lagos, by that, let no one intimidate you to tell you that Lagos has generated so much and your state hasn't. That's not the point here. The point here is, how is your state viable? Now, if you look at the top here, you see that Lagos contributed 2.75 trillion, and Lagos paid this money into the Federation Port. Out of it, they got 460 billion back, which is the 16.74%. Come second on that is Rivers State. Rivers State, again, oil producing state, has a couple of multinationals headquarters there, and obviously a lot of economic activity. Was once one of Nigerian business, hub, and they contributed 832.69, and they took 22%. Oyo came third by 272. They contributed 272 billion, and they took 42%, which is 116. Kano, 73 billion they contributed, and they took 171. So Kano took 150, sorry. Delta State is the one that baffled me, to be honest with you. Delta State has, you have Asaba, you have Warri, you have Ugel. So Delta State has, oil refineries. Delta State ought to have wharf, but it's not functioning. Delta State, has a very busy airport. Delta State, to be honest with you, I had expected Delta to be in the region of at least close to Delta and Akwa Ibom. I had expected them to be closer to Akwa Ibom, sorry, closer to 200, 150 mark. But sadly, Delta State contributed some. Bayelsa in the same vein, they took 98%. Now, where I am going here is, when you look at this now, Anambra contributed only 47.5, and they took 78, meaning they took 167%. Akwa Ibom contributed only 46, and they took 162. Adamawa contributed only 42, and they took 70. Now let's go down to the ones that really took so much. Imo State contributed only 4.38 billion. Yet there are so many hotels in Imo State. But Imo State had some of its oil were given out, and when people talk about restructuring, you begin to think, how can you then restructure in order for these states to be viable? My point is, if we go from here, the last, let's say the 15 least viable states, you talk about Imo, Abia, Kebbi, Cross River, Ondo, Osun, Enugu, Nasarawa, Zamfara, Bauchi, Yobe, Katsina, Plateau, Kogi, Ebonyi, Gombe. If we take that, let's say the 15 down, and you can see that these states are not in anywhere, they are not close. So the question is, in all these things, how do you then expect that when these states that you have now are not even viable, you are going to now begin to talk about creating more. I think it's just arrant nonsense. What they are, honestly, the discussion, to me, I think they shouldn't waste money in, discussing something like that, right? Now, that's on that. Before I get into the happenings in Anambra State, so the obedient family, Tanko Unisa led the obedient, the obedient movement to Sokoto, right? And afterwards, he had the following to say. Tanko made a tweet on his Twitter page where he said the obedient movement concluded a day's activities by engaging the automobile spare parts market dealer at Bola in Meduguri. They further declared support for His Excellency Peter Obi. Finally, we reviewed the activities of the obedient movement. We reviewed the activities of the obedient movement activities in a meeting with his resolution of agreeing to urgently engage in massive mobilization across the 27 local government areas. So the obedient, no matter, as everybody, it's as everybody is doing what they are doing, the obedience, they know they rest. They are still moving around, trying to do their thing. And in that mat is Tanko Unisa. Many of you who know him. And I think he was there with Ibrahim and a couple of others, right? So that is on that part. They keep doing what they know how to do. They keep mobilizing. I will have to tell you that they believe that 2027 is not going to be like 2023. Anyway, that's by the way. So let's come to the big elephant in the room. Let me take some of your comments before I actually continue. Chisom, I know Crimson Titan says, the whole thing is just a joke. It's not economically sustainable, and of course, it will be arranged to favor the North numerically. Well, I do not know about the latter part, but I think I agree with you that it appears to be a joke. If we are not kind of getting along with what we already have, and we are not able to even fund the things we have, so what are we doing now? Now let me go to this one. In Anambra State, we have this native doctor called Akwoko Tiwarake. Many of you will know him. He brags about his power to make people rich. If you ask me, I think, he shows off his cars. He only drives white cars. And he built a hotel, I think sometime last year or last 2 years. And he's a very young man, very, very, very young man. I think it's late 20s or so, about 28 or 29. I think he's not up to 30. But I think he has learned the act of scamming people very early. Sorry. But I know many of you who visit him watching me who may not agree. But when I look at what he does, that's why I never talked about him. The only reason why I talk about him today is because of what is now beginning to happen with the new fight by the Anambra State government to restore sanity in the state. Recall that there was a hotel that was destroyed in Oba last week. After that hotel was destroyed in Oba, there was a joke online saying that native doctors are running away from Anambra State. He came out and mocked those who said that, and this is here what he said.
onye ọbụla na-agbaziri nnọọ ọgwụ ọsọ onye ọbụla na-agbaziri oke ite ọsọ na-eme ebe a ana m agwọ oke ite na onwere ọgwụ ma na-agwọrọ afọ n'ọgwụ eji enwe ego ọgwụ for success mana ọ bụrụ ọkwa ọ bụ na onwere ebe na-arị chọba akwa.
You hear that? He beat his chest, said that everybody is running, that he's the only one standing, that he's the only one that can give you juju for success. He's the only one that can give you medicine for you to be rich, right? Emphasis here. Everybody is running. I am the only one left. Again, let me, for benefit of those who do not understand it, I am the one who agrees that I am a native doctor. And I am the one who also beat my chest to say that I can do juju for Okite for you. And everybody is running away from doing juju, right? Everybody's running away because of the way the state has started looking into it. And here I am. I am the only one, the last man. And I do that. And there is no form of juju that I cannot do. Those were his words, not mine. As long as it is the juju that you will do and you get rich, come to me.
For success.
Then he now puts a caveat. Just be very careful in case if there is nothing in case if you are not engaging in any meaningful thing, so don't look for me. But I am the one that agreed that I can do this. You know, I am going somewhere. He's beating his chest telling you, I am the only one that does okay. He's beating his chest. He's beating his chest saying, this is just, I think, on Tuesday that he made this video. He's beating his chest. I am the only one. See, he's advertising his thing. So he has money in his hand. Now, this is the man that did this in the beginning of the week. The government of Anambra State now invited him for questioning. Here is the same man sitting down with the deputy governor of Anambra State, Dr. Ibezim. He's a medical doctor. And the medical doctor asked him, sorry. Okay. I don't want to. This is funny because if you play the other video where he's bragging that I am the only one that does okay. Now, this man is suddenly here humble. The only question they asked him, okay, let's play.
That is going viral. Yeah. It's not my page.
You see? He said that the video that is going viral, that this video that is going viral, this video. See? When they asked him about this, you heard what the state government, the new law. Have you registered your native doctor shrine or whatever? Now, in this video, he's denying this one that he's bragging that I am the one. Here, I play it again. The man asked him, very, very simple thing.
That is going viral.
The video that is going viral. So the other video that went viral. And the guy bonked.
Yeah. It's not my page.
I say, it's not my page, oh. I even went to his page. Because when I watched the other one, I went to his page before I came online to go and grab this video for this program. So suddenly, he's denying his work.
And the law, you said you know.
You see,
yeah. I hear about Oki. I know that you see where I hear.
You see, when I said that the guy is a scam, maybe it will begin to get into your head why I think he's a scam, and I believe it. Because if he truly believed that he does Okite and he has juju to give people money, why would he be here? He just denied that he doesn't do Okite. He denies that that is not his video. But people, is it not the same video of this man here? This is the video he is denying. Listen to it again.
ọ mụ kwetara na mụ na-agwọ ọgwụ, mụ kwetara na mụ na-agwọ oke ite. Onye ọbụla na-agbaziri nnọọ ọgwụ ọsọ, onye ọbụla na-agbaziri oke ite ọsọ. Na-eme ebe a, ana m agwọ oke ite. Na o nwere ọgwụ ma na-agwọrọ. Afọ ọgwụ eji enwe ego, ọgwụ for success. Ọ bụrụ ọkụ ọ bụ na o nwere ebe na-arị chọba akwa. Mana ọ mụ kwetara na mụ na-agwọ ọgwụ. Onye ọbụla na-asa oke ite mee nke nwoke ite mee nke mụ na-agwọ oke ite, kweta na mụ na-agwọ oke ite.
Now, he was beating his chest. He's the one that does the Okite Juju. When he now sat with the deputy governor and they presented to him, asked him about the video. Oga, he denied, not only that he denied the video, he denied that the video did not appear on his page. He denied that he even performs Okite. If I denied, and I was just like, how can this be?
That is going viral. It's not my page that posted the video.
You see, it's not my page that posted the video. But I got it from your page. You see, these guys are not even smart. This is technology, not Dibia. Before the state invited you, they have seen it. They have done screen recording. They have done all these things. So you can't just deny it is.
And the law, you said you know about the law. Eh?
I hear about the law, about Okite. I know they do see. When I hear go to my page, you see nothing like that.
This guy just denied Okite. If you go to my page, there is nothing like that.
Okay, you know you have already stopped Okite.
Because they say Okite do this, okay, I just stop it. But that Okite, now we give them Ghana.
They say Okite do this, Okite do the other one. I just stop them. The day last January was when Anambra State enacted this law. And since after that time, he has made a couple of videos boasting about his ability to even continue with Okite. He doesn't know. I was on TikTok Live the other day, and there's this guy from Anambra. I think he does, he said he does, what's it called? I don't know. Onabafa, not even the English word anyway. So I commented, I jokingly commented, I hope all these things you're doing, you have your license. So the guy read my comment live and said, yes, I have my license. While he was doing that, and I have the video too, he now turned, somebody was speaking to him, he now turned, he read my comment and he now told somebody, and he said, Akwa government nezuzu ezuzu. Akwa na-agwa ha ọnụgo n'ebe akwa gwa ha n'ụtụtụ nwa ụtụtụ tata na nwa bụ dibia kalisia. He was just posting saying that Akwa told them that he was is the kalisia of all the dibias. That Akwa told them that he still, and they were playing the video on their phone where he was boasting. So how can a man who have just boasted about his power come to, this is not even DSS, so this is not even Nagune Chamber, this is just a deputy governor, and he is denying people. Sometimes I blame the government for allowing this madness. During the COVID was when they should have shut down this nonsense. During the COVID, I watched one that made me report one page. When you sit down and you hear, on his own shrine, he was streaming it live. A mother came, said that my son is in Indonesia. My son is Indonesia. And he please do awele for me, for my son. And he wasn't showing the face of the mom, but he was showing from the breast down. And the woman was speaking in Igbo saying, and I want you to help me so that my son will get should be able to scam the white people without question. And he was being streamed live. And he was there saying that, yeah, we will do it. The MAGA, the MAGA, the white person will pay. And when he pays, make sure your son will buy me a car, will bring a car, this, that, the other one. Then he hasn't built his hotel. And the Anambra state government kept quiet. There was the other idiot called, what's it called again? The father of all the men's. At Mbo. That go and take, I made a video then against it. We'll go and take our women, put them bare naked, no bra, no pants, and take them to the rivers. That when they kill that ram, wash them, everything will be. Yet, when these people scam you that they have so much power, Akwa was bragging the other time that he has so much powers that there are two things a man must have, money and power. That if you have the power, if they do you anything, you can disappear. He came the day they came to kidnap him. 2-3 people were killed in his hotel. He was whisked away. He paid millions. Since that time, he hasn't spoken about those that kidnapped him. We all know those that kidnapped him, right? And in one video, he kind of said it that those were the freedom fighters. You all know them. But the bottom line is, why are people not seeing this thing? Just like some pastors, they scam you. There are checks and balances that state must put in place. Why would a pastor be praying for a woman and be fiddling her breast and her private parts? For what? And in such cases, the state must act. You go to our waterfront, every idiot goes there, brings in Fanta or whatever. Just use plastic bottle to litter everywhere. Everywhere smelly. Because everybody suddenly, you don't know what waterfront is. How can fishes or aqua life survive in such environment? Huh? It is better that the government woke up late than never woke up at all. I am just, I have laughed so hard the first time I watched the video. I said, I hope this is not a skit. But because I know Ibezim very well, because I know the deputy governor very well, I said, no, Ibezim wouldn't be in this skit. It's not a skit. He's just sitting down there, denying your trade. It's just like a pastor. They catch you. He said, oh, no, I'm a comedian. Like one who was ordering people to be killed and a region burned. When they caught him, he said he's a content creator. It's the same thing here. He's denying that he no longer says anything about Okite. He doesn't even know. And thank God they took him. So let him, even if it's 2 days that he's in there, they let them find, it's in my own is that we have freedom of religion. Don't get me wrong. We have freedom of religion. Everybody, if you want to do your whatever, your religion in your house, do it in your house. As long as you're not killing anyone. Do it in your house, but do not use it to mess the brain of the young ones. I will come to that. Stay tuned, people. You will see the consequences of what is happening in Alba, how is affecting the larger society. When I'll show us the young children who kidnapped the Labour Party House of Assembly and killed him after collecting 100 million. You will see the consequences of these, quick money. And if you ask me, 2 things led to that. 2 things exacerbated what is happening. The burial of Obi Kubana's mom, where, children saw money being used anyhow, throwing it up and down. And this gentleman sitting down there, the way he does money, and shows off his wealth, this, that, and telling people that he can make you rich, he can do this, if you get me cow, get me ram, and all this nonsense. Right? It's not different from a pastor who scammed people, dividing families, doing fake prophecies. There must be a way the state can checkmate all this nonsense. There was a time El-Rufai in Kaduna State said that before you will preach in Kaduna, you must be licensed. And I support that. People were criticizing it, and I said, no, I won't. Because if you go and read the law, he did not say only Christians. But again, as Christians, people just, hey, El-Rufai, he's... No, but it included even Muslims. You cannot preach without being licensed. If you watch the video, I'll allow you watch the video. Even the deputy governor asked him, we will now go and find out, and you will demonstrate to us how this your Otumokpo, all this your juju even works. He doesn't even know that he has entered trouble now. Because let's now see who has the real juju. You know, in one of Zemene Sube's, was it? I believe it was Zemene Sube's song. He talked about how one native doctor called Chuba, how he became the father of all DBS. This is according to his oral folktale. I do not know. I didn't live at that time. That this man, you know, that the state, like Aqua now, apprehended, you know, something happened, they apprehended him. They even, how do you know that these things you're doing is surreal? And he told them this is going to happen before they knew it happened. He told them this is going to happen before they knew it happened. The state eventually had to issue him license to practice as a native doctor. But here, somebody goes from here, want to enter Europe by road, gets into Niger, into Libya, gets into the boat capsizes. He finds his way back to Nigeria. The next thing, he opens a marine shop. A woman turns 40, hasn't married. He says he's now Ezenwanya. Every Dick and Harry, every cucumber, every carrot is now into spiritual cleansing and spiritual matters. Come on now. Never deny that there is no spirituality. But the scam with these people is getting too much. And with the advent of social media, every person now wants to make money from the vulnerable. And when you listen to the conversations, it's just vulnerable people. The same thing is the one that Rexil's people, you know, the one, if you understand the one I mean, the one that is in Onitsha. Huh? This one.
What is your name?
Magda.
What is your name?
My name is Magda.
Your name is Mansa.
Magda.
Bansa.
Magda.
Mazda.
Magda. Magda.
Mark it down.
Magda.
Eh?
Magda. Magda. Magdalene. The full name.
You see, this one here that has ear problem, that cannot differentiate between Magda and Mazda and Magda and Macdan and Smackdown. The same thing. These things has to be checkmated. Someone comes to you, tells you that he has medical condition, and you begin to wrestle with that person, knocks that person. I mean, these things must be checkmated. It's not only about the native doctors. They kill people. Ignorance. I once had a relation who had high blood pressure. In fact, my cousin died at age of 42. He had high blood pressure. One time we were talking, he told me that there was a time his BP got 160 over 2 something. And I'm like, and you're still alive? Oh, no, they sent it to me from the village. I said, what kind of nonsense are you talking about? He said, no, that is it, that if he tells me, I won't believe that I'm a man of science. Yeah. I said to him, please, brother, go to the hospital, check out yourself. I will pay. I said, I will pay. He didn't accept my offer. Sadly, 3 months after that conversation, he died. He died in Lagos. You know what killed him? Uncontrolled high blood pressure. But that's not what killed him. What killed him is that we had one idiot controlling his mind, taking his money, saying that he's praying for him, telling him that the people in the village are after him. Because he has taken control of his mind, he no longer listens to science. He is now listening to an idiot who did not even finish secondary school to control him, taking his money to pray for him instead of telling him to go and take medical care. This is how I lost a cousin who is 42 years, or who was. If I'm angry, you can pardon me for being angry, because what all these people do, they are destroying life. I am not saying that there are not traditionalists. Of course there are. I'm not saying that there are no good men of God. Well, very few. But all these miracle hawkers, arranging miracle makers. Oh, there is one in Abuja. I won't mention name, but you see them every time. They do miracle that clutches. People would be throwing away their clutches and be walking. And somebody said, isn't it funny that whenever you see these clutches, they are all brand new? Think about it. Isn't it funny that these clutches are brand new? And here is a native doctor who ought to be proud of his trade, suddenly denying his trade once more.
That is going viral.
Yeah. It's not my page that post the video.
It's not my
And
page.
the law, you said you know about the law.
Yeah. I hear about the law, about Oki. I know they do see why I hear go to my page, you see nothing like that.
Okay, you know you have already stopped
Yeah,
okay.
because they say okay, they do this, okay, I just stop it. But that okay, now we give them down. Okay, they will not be na men. Okay, then at the same way. But now because that one they there for what?
So gentlemen, we are going to push further. We must. So we want to see those things. Okay? We want to even see where you do these things. And then the evidence that what you're doing. And then even your shop.
It's getting interesting. He thought the conversation has finished. Now the deputy governor has told him, gentleman, we are going to go to your shop. We will see those things you do. We would even look at them. Let's see how they work. Maybe some of us, the reason why we are poor is that we haven't done okay. So let's see how it works.
Okay? Where it is, and that is what the law says. And failure to get all these things, of course, you know the consequences.
Yes, the consequences is that you'll be tried, and if found guilty, you'll be imprisoned. Simple as that.
I will add you, Johnson. So get the team ready. We'll investigate.
You see, get the team ready. We will investigate. So the guy is not going home. The guy. Now look at how they arrived his house.
First. As at this point.
See, it's no more business as usual. This thing, you know, the only pain I have in this that this is coming 3 years late, when a lot of life is wasted. 3 years late. This thing is coming 3 years late. I recall that during the time of the guy in Bo, I wrote a petition, because it's nothing you would tell me on this planet Earth that it is morally right to naked young ladies in the name of whatever it is, and you are videoing them, give them ram, tell them to break the legs of the ram and submerge the ram in water for them to die, for you to succeed in whatever it takes. That wasn't right. Anyway, that's it.
We'll investigate him first. As at this point.
See, the man that drives only white car has now entered Agune Chamber car. So he didn't leave the venue with his car, right? You see, do not run afoul of the law. Do not run afoul of the law. Eventually, if the state is actually interested in this case, they would unveil and unearth a lot of things. Imagine when they start asking questions about tax, source of income. Can you tabulate how you got the funds and the resources to build the hotel within the shortest period of time? If there is juju money, who was printing the money? Who gave it serial numbers? Do not let them use your brain. Ask me, I will tell you. Juju know they work. But hey, now who they're using here to do them? I work. These things that you see is the reason why young children, the greatest menace we have in my state, part of Nigeria now, two things: the drug abuse and the belief that you can make money quick. People no longer believe that you can grow into money. A boy who is just barely 20 or 30 is wanting to have the same thing that you, someone in the 50 and the 60, something that took you about 20 to 25 years to build, because gradually you build wealth. And someone starts today and he wants to be at the same level. Come on now. Even at, it's we look up to people, that yes, with age, with time, with hard work, with dedication, I will get to a certain stage. But not that I just want to. But I'm overnight, the way I am now. I know the things I aspire to do. I know the things I aspire to earn. But I just want tomorrow now, I will be Nduko Biagbana and I'll own a Rice TV. Because some idiot somewhere has looked into the calabash and tell me that if I kill this ram, kill this, the other thing, tomorrow, suddenly I'll be in DSTV. About now. But will we get there? Definitely. Because there are things you need to put in place. There are things you need to grow into. This is the thing the younger ones need to know. The essence of acquisition of wealth is not for you to publicly abuse money, just throwing it out. Let me tell you guys, anyone you see that does that kind of money display, 99% of the time engages in something illicit. No one who genuinely struggles to make money, even if you make 100 million every week, it's still a struggle. And you can't finish that and just go and throw it out here and there. It must be some kind of easy means of getting it, hence you don't bother how you just squander it. Huh? Let him go and answer the questioning. The only thing that I decided to talk about is that when I looked at it, it was funny, but at the same time, it's sad. It's funny in a way that he's denying his profession. So it means he's not even convinced. If you're convinced, you should have. The way he was bragging here was the way I'd expected him when the deputy governor asked him. I expected him to be saying, I am the only one that does Okite. I expected him to do this. So this is what I expected him to do. Not suddenly sit down here and he say he denied this, he denied that.
And the law, you said you know about the law.
I hear about Okite. I know they do see when I hear am go to my face, you see nothing like that.
Okay,
Crazy. Crazy. Anyway, that's on that plan. Now, still in Anambra State. The Operation Udoga actually invaded Owerri Ezukala, and some people were apprehended. When I watched some of the videos, I got concerned. Thank God that in some of the in the forums where we belong with some of the commissioners and some of these people, the people in government, we have heard and we have said this thing to them for them to take note. Take for instance here. If you watch this video, you will understand that by the way these people here were crying, you didn't need a soothsayer to tell you that something was wrong. It's very hard for you to catch a hardened criminal and is crying, telling you that I'm innocent. They hardly do it. But listen to this.
No carry kiss on that for head. About we are bike then Now they have done for inside now. So the guy was what? I say they will kill now.
You know, when I look at the motorcycle that I saw here, I pointed this out. If I look at these motorcycle people, this motorcycle does not look like the motorcycle those in the bush use. These motorcycles look too clean to be what those in the bush are using. If you ask me, this motorcycle look like what the young boys who do menial jobs use. That's the first pointer, right? Again, while I appreciate the job being done by the Anambra State Vigilante, I appreciate them. They are doing a great job to secure the state. However, in doing this job, I must maintain we must not allow unnecessary casualties, right? if we take that for instance, that this guy here, let me play that again. Pay attention, the guy here, the one, the chubby guy with the face covered, appeared to be innocent. And not only him, I do believe that some of the people I have seen in this place, in that back of that truck, that some of them are innocent. Sadly, 3 young boys lost their lives. And the story has it that these boys are metal engineers. That means those that construct handrails. They are at the building site there, and these security operatives came. We don't know what happened, but the 3 of them lost their lives. In anger, the community brought out their bodies and put them on the road this year.
Yeah, ndị isi ọfịa dị ihe. Ndị isi ọfịa ka ha gburu ihe n'onwe ha. Ya lata ebe ha bụchi ya main road. Yeah, Catholic Church adịla.
You know, without going further here, there is no way a community that ought to be jubilating that you've removed the criminals amongst them or those that have been terrorizing them cannot be protesting with dead bodies of those that was killed, let them on the road to register their anger and block that road. I will appreciate and applaud the Agune Chamber and Operation Udogachi. There is need for the operational engagement to be reviewed. And that review must happen ASAP. Professor Soludo, please. We appreciate the things you're doing. We appreciate the effort. But this must not happen again and should not happen again. There must be clear indications as to who that is going to be arrested and the individuals that ought to, this, it breaks one's heart. Because now, these people you see here now, their family were thrown into confusion. Watch. The family of the young.
The mom, this
And the
woman,
saddest part is this is
the father died 4 years ago. Grave here in Iwebao. Now the elder brother. Nah, because if you make it go maka your brother.
We just wake up now yesterday and my brother happened like ever since Tuesday.
Okay.
He was side work. Even I look 100 and lot road.
Okay.
So eventually what was there when they could see me.
Wow.
Even though area commander Insecurity, we have to understand now since 4 o'clock yesterday.
Wow.
Tag is ever non-government. Since stealing down, we've had a bomb.
Can't be your brother Jibidol wow.
Almost, I'm going to feel like the last 2 years or last year, I'm free. And I don't go to the now bomb boy was all right.
Okay.
I'm going to go like 5 years of the job.
Ask one no coach Cooper at the all.
Yeah, all coach you with the building and I do the all.
Okay.
So, but when you the all with the engineer.
Okay.
Engineer, you have structure do no. When you book all.
Okay.
So, you have structure do no. Eventually, you meet is your guy.
Okay.
That my brother will all make glory.
Okay.
I negotiate your all. That guy attend there all. See, I got your
what is going on in Anambra State? They have put this family into a sorrowful mood. Yeah, be phenomenal by yeah, and I mean it's Sofia. So how they so painful. So Kemaka and where case you say cover the cops.
And the area command send this Monday police station on dog.
Okay.
Can we book after those way? Don't get the song yet. Because since yesterday, I can't watch Hanilo.
So I can only load to you now.
Even up to now. I am who didn't close himself. Oh, from area command carried not however.
Okay. So next time you're on a phenomenal Anambra State. It's a pity. It's a pity. Yeah, we Sofia Kaino. Yeah, we Sofia. Now this is the house of the poor boy. Now Bamboko is low. It's just a pity. Now the widow.
Now, if you
She has tried her best to make sure that now also the can when I call against the room dear debate. Oh yeah, them man. Look at you can see people in a sorrowful mood. Yeah, we phenomenal Anambra State. I pray.
now watching this and listen, seeing the mom, seeing the family, it breaks one's heart. This is one of the unintended collateral damage that this fight has led to. I will use this opportunity to call on the Anambra State government, please, to visit the family and to ensure that, maybe give them monetary compensation. I don't know. It's not going to bring back that boy, but let it be a lesson in terms of rule of engagement. Again, I would never and I would not join those who would use this as a means of condemning the activities of the entire operation. No, I would never do that because no matter what, even when life has been lost, we must get, the state must be free of these evil vices. One would have, like I said, I can't say that enough. One would have wished that this was done much earlier than now. If you go back to, if you recall the first video I played, I said that pay attention to that hefty guy. Luckily, again, he was lucky. He wasn't shot. He was eventually rescued. See him there. That is the one that is on that polo runner. Is the one that was with a white band that was used to cover his eyes, right? So eventually the family was able to intervene and he came out. And I believe every other innocent person, please, every other innocent person should be released. But if those that take people and demand for ransom, whatever you people decide to do to them, we won't add our mouth. Just deal with them in any language however you want to deal with them, please. But no innocent person, please.
Oh, that guy nọ na Hilos a na-ekwu maka ya nna agwụ n'ọgọ nwoke wefụrụ ya ọ batago ọwụrọ kidnapper ọwụrọ criminal anọ m here ị na-anya ya afọ ụmụnne ya ebe a na-efe anyị welcome their home.
So this guy has been welcomed home and we thank God. However, I think the reason, I'm not making excuses, but again, if we want to begin to piece the puzzle together, I think one of the reasons why maybe that tragedy happened, where those boys with generator and the welding machine were shot, might be as a result of the video you're going to watch, because this is when they were able to enter the criminal camp and they saw bombs and IEDs, that they laid, landmines that they laid in case if anybody come in, the things will spring up. It is to tell you that these are hardened criminals.
Dodo.
Come now. Come. Come on, that one, they set on that one, that side. Before we go far.
One dog there, they meet people.
Dog. This one a big one, oh. Big Obunigwe. More than 5 Obunigwe. You can see so many of them. This is their camp at Orezikal. At Orezikal. See another Obunigwe. You don't disconnect the wire. See, another Obunigwe. Plenty of Obunigwe inside here. See the wire. The wire. Go in the fire. See, inside the Orezikal. Which one?
Go inside.
That inside there.
Get
another camp.
While I don't want to criticize the modus operandi of the security men, but I must not fail to highlight that I don't know. One would have expected where I don't know, when you get these people, you should be able to maybe from with the drone drop a sleeping gas that would make everybody, both the kidnapped and the kidnapper, sleep. I don't know, but some sort of SWAT smart invasion. Not an invasion that, oh, I will know you are coming and I will be shooting, then I'll run away before you get to me. With an invasion that has the intent of capturing every person. That's what I mean. Sadly, from the video so far reviewed, I didn't see that. I'll reserve my comment for further, but I think we can improve on some of these things. And they've done a fantastic job in also arresting the group and the gang that killed Honorable Azoka. You now understand what I mean. Young children in their 20s. Sorry, they are children in their 20s engaging in this type of crime. Look at this young boy here. Not up to 30. Part of the group, the gang that kidnapped someone, collected 100 million, killed him. That's why when my cousin was kidnapped, even when they wiped millions in the account, collected millions from us, every one of us was praying one prayer: please let them come out alive. Because life means absolute nothing.
And Sasa. I am very, very, very happy. You people have made an Anambra State. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You people have made an Anambra State. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Professor Chukuma Suludo will not forget this day. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Speaker of Anambra State, House of Assembly, 8th Assembly will never forget this day. Amen. I'm telling you the gospel truth. You people have proved that you don't get in Anambra. We don't know where you people are. Yes, we don't know. But I'm telling you, we will all know you people. We will all get on us. You understand? When you were able to tell us everything that has to do with others, that's the only thing that will keep you. Okay? So we thank you. We need to move. And soon we will come back. We will still come back here with you. Yes. And so that you will come and pack the person, the body remain. You will pack him. The way you people dropped him. If you want my packer now, don't worry. There is time for packing. There is time for packing.
Look at his bag. That is the remains of the honorable from Labour Party that they killed, collected 100 million. You see that blue thing there? That is the carcass.
But this is where they have.
Yeah, look at him. That's just littered his body just like that. And some people will come and tell us, oh, those people killing people in Anambra are Fulanese. I'm like, we need more of these videos. Maybe for some of you to begin to understand. Like I keep saying, those that kill people, those that maim, kill, do all these things in our state, when we remove this cap, they are like us. They speak our language. They understand us. They are our siblings. They are our brothers. They are our sisters. Let no one lie to you. And this is for what? Now they get this money. You see them, that's why you see a small boy less than 20 without nothing. No tangible means of income. And it's not that he's a coder, it's not that he's a developer, he does absolute nothing and he's spraying money.
Our Honorable Justice Azoka, member representing Onitsha.
May your soul rest in peace. It's quite heartbreaking. Now, you look at some of these things, you just shake your head. Look at them, all of them. Finally, they were able to round them up. They will now ask them their names. Just have a listen.
Don't waste time.
Okay, I'm gonna have a colleague up here.
Onye ebe okay ngwa mo Prince Kalu kedu ka name gị tụkwasị kedu afa gị Ekene onye ebe kedu ka name gị nwere ka name kedu afa gị Ikem onye ebe kedu ka name gị kedu afa gị Ejike onye ebe Delta State onye abụọ kedu ka name gị kedu afa gị onye ebe onye ọgbaru kedu ka name gị kedu afa gị onye ebe onye ụmụchu kedu ka name etu gị da kedu afa gị oge oche gift onye ebe onye Ebonyi State Igbo. Okay.
Now, you see how the perpetrators of this crime are evenly distributed. You have Ebonyi, you have Anambra, you have Delta, you have Imo, you have Abia. This is unbelievable. Honestly, this is unbelievable. The gang that killed House of Rep member took 100 million, still killed him. Killed him, didn't even let the family come and take his dead body. Killed him, let him just in the bush, just let him there. He died, decomposed, and now became skeleton with the same blue cloth that he wore upon his kidnap. How did we give birth? The children of anger. How did we get to a point where we feel no emotion? I watched a video, and every time I remember that video, the sound of the machete piercing, cracking the bone, king, gives me shivers to my spine. A human, onye Igbo, welu mma na-egbu onye Igbo ibe ya, welu video na-evidio, ibepụ ya isi, bugide ya aka, ọkpụkpụ dị ebe a na-akụ gbupụ ya ọkpụkpụ, a na-asị ya ngwa gbupụ ya aka nke ogbupụ ya, a na-asị ya ngwa gbupụ ya n'obi, ọ na-eke ya n'obi. And that's it. To what end? How did we become this barbaric? And it's so tiring. How did we become this barbaric? How? How did we become this barbaric? Many of you who have insulted me on this platform for consistently saying that those killing us in my state of Anambra are our brothers. Are you seeing it now? As I keep telling us, as Diochi, the Pawine Tapa, I cannot say all that I see while I tap my wine. I cannot say all that I see far from the pantry. If one dares to say, Imana Marigati is a monk, and on a Uta, it's a very sad one. When you look at children, kidnapping, doing all manner of things. I will end with this. I know it's a very late midnight, and I would always beg you to please like, share, subscribe, and follow me if you can on my Twitter handle at Mazezoke with double A M A A Z I E Z E O K. I'm more active on Twitter. I can share many informations as they come in. You can also follow us at Njenje Media and at Njenje Media on TikTok, on Instagram, and on X. Let me round up this morning with the following. In this part of the world, that's 15 minutes past 1. Here is fuel tankers in the last couple of weeks in many states, Niger, Anambra, Enugu, Ugonyama, lives have been lost. But please, brothers and sisters, I beg of you, whenever a tanker falls, run kilometers away from there. Rather than run, our people are testing God. Our people are testing nature. Look at what they do. Our people are scooping. Our people are scooping oil, scooping fuel. Look, they don't know that trying to scoop that thing with an enamel plate or a metal bucket or anything can just spark fire, and that's it. Everybody on this lane will be roasted. Cars on the other side will be roasted. We may end up losing more than 200 people. What manner of ignorance and greed is this? Must governments force us to think at all times? Be it kerosene, be it agro, be it jet fuel, whatever it was. People, you cannot do this. You can't do it. You can't do it. It breaks my heart. I can only advise us, please, even if you can't, whenever you see these things, leave, run away and go as far as you can. Ignorance is not an excuse that you lost your life in this manner. I am Mazezoke. Thank you very much for joining me on my Saturday Hangout. Good night. Bye. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.